Welcome back to the channel, my friends. You know, at Shooter's Moon, we don't just hunt deer. I also like to morel mushroom hunt, and we fish, and all other kinds of fun outdoor stuff. So we'll be bringing you more things like that. Hope you enjoyed my last couple videos. If you haven't checked out my venison canning video, go to the channel, check that out. If you like to can, it's a great how-to video on canning. Heading out to the mushroom woods right now. It's a great day. The temperatures have been up. I found like 25 the last time I went out. A really nice cluster of like 22 really good sized ones. So I'm heading to one of my best spots. It's been warm the last few days, like 70s, which was new. It had been a little cooler. And we got rain. And rainy days are my favorite. Pushes the leaves down, makes the mushrooms a lot easier to find. So heading out to the woods. I'll catch up with you once we get out and get set up and start looking. Arrived to the mushroom woods. A few things you need for mushrooming is a good mushroom stick, and I like to carry with me a little pocket knife of sorts. Nice for, you know, cut the mushrooms off instead of pinching them and tear them out of the ground. I don't like to do that. You don't need anything fancy. Then I bought this years ago. I think it was at an outdoor show. It's a Team Morel spore bag. I've had these things for probably 20 years. It's cool because it's got the little orange flap, and the mesh bag tucks back inside of it, so it's you know, easy to store. But here's your, and it's soft. It's not like an onion sack. Onion sacks work, and if that's all you got, go for it. The main thing with the onion sacks is they're coarse, and when you put the mushrooms in there, it kind of grates them. This one does too, but it's not nearly as bad. Like I said, it's kind of a soft. I think you can get like laundry bags and whatnot. They're kind of like this. I've seen people out in the woods with them, different types of bags. So, and most importantly, you must have the right. You must have the right shoes. These are all-terrain, all-weather, and if you really want to be a mushroom hunter, you need a good pair of Crocs and camo. You don't want people seeing you out in the woods. Actually, what you wear is important. It's raining today. I got a rain jacket on, a good hat, keep the sun out of your eyes if it's sunny. I wear readers occasionally. I don't normally wear glasses, but when I'm looking up close or fine details, I like the readers. So let's get out in the woods. So see if we can find some morels today. Well, nothing yet. Put on about a mile. It's really strange for this spot. This used to be one of my absolute best mushroom spots. I don't know what's happened, but I have noticed an unusual amount of human traffic back here. Never used to see anybody back here, and as the years have progressed, seems like more and more and more I've seen like groups out here, and I don't know if it's possible for a spot to get overpicked, but I'm not even finding like the falses, like the beefsteaks or the half freeze or anything. Like, I mean, zero, which is, it's really strange. This is my second time out here without finding a mushroom, a morel. I'm gonna finish out the spot up through here back towards the truck, and we'll go hit another area. I guess that's why they call it hunting and not finding, right? It's weird. All right, let's keep looking. Okay, trying another spot. Still no mushrooms, no morels, which is really weird. I hit 2 spots that I always find them. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, those leaves, they get me every time. So I'm hiking back into a spot I usually do pretty good. I found like 20, 25 back here earlier this week, so it got warm. I had to shed the jacket. See if we find anything. I was beginning to think I wasn't going to find any morels today. I'm like, holy man, I thought it was going to be just an absolute stunning day for it. The other spots I went, nothing. And I've hiked about a mile so far. I'm up in a kind of a hilltop flat here where I usually find them. And the big mess of them I found last time was right over there. Nothing over there, but I'm hiking along through here. And I found the first one of the day. It's an old one, but I'm happy to find it. Let's go ahead and pick it. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. It's not super fresh, but go ahead and take it right off like this. I take my knife and my thumb. Boom. Not bad. All right. Oops. I just dropped my one. So I took a couple steps, as is common. When you find one, slow down, because where there's one, there's usually a couple. And this one looked like it was really big at one time, but not so much anymore. I'm gonna pick it just because. See, had a really big base on it at one time. It's definitely seen better days. It's definitely seen better days. We'll keep picking around here, see if we can find some fresh ones. I'm gonna have to break the mushroom bag out here. It's thick in here. Sometimes the thick areas are good because I'm back in it. I think it keeps the deer off them, but it also keeps people out. This area gets mushroomed pretty heavy. I mean, when I first started mushrooming back in here, oh, there's another one just sitting there. talking. Check this out. Yeah, we got a few here. There's one right there. See, yep. Yeah. There's two right here, so I'm gonna take my time. Oh, I see a third one right there. I think that's one. Looks like it, or that might be a stick. I think that's a stick, actually. Sticks will get you. Sticks and leaves. I've been fooled by about 35 different leaves today. That might be a mushroom, actually. Nope, stick. All right, so before I lose the other one, there it is. Okay, let's go ahead and pick these two. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm getting old. Yeah. Here. Sometimes it does help to get down low, get at the mushroom level. A lot of times when I find a couple mushrooms, I'll sit down. That's why I trained my kids to sit down. When I found one, tell them sit down, and a lot of times they'd find a few more. Let's go pick that other one. That one's a little nicer. And I'll show you some fake ones here. I see a couple. Is that another morel up there? I think it might be. All right, let's break the bag out. That's why I really like these mushroom bags, because they fold up inside. They're easy to pack. And the orange, if you ever set it down, makes it real easy to find again. So we got 4. And I'm sure we'll find a couple more. Got 4. Dump those in the old bag and let's keep looking. If anything, it's absolutely gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a better specimen of what you don't want to find. See the underside? See how it's not attached? A true morel is attached at its base right here, all the way. And see the cap on it is kind of smooth, just a little wavy. Morels are pitted, so like the main thing, see, the cap is empty and it's attached at the top. And if you look inside, there's like a white foam in there. No good. Don't eat those. Those are probably what I would say are the closest lookalikes, is the half freeze or the cappers like that. Like I said, some people eat them. Not me. I wouldn't recommend it. If you do, it's at your own risk. All right, I'm gonna start picking my way out of here. The last mushroom I found was about it, so I'm gonna pick my way back out to the 2-track and then head back to the truck. I was just thinking about calling her quits, picking my way out real slow, and look what I found. There it is. That's a pretty nice one. Maybe I'll stick it out a little longer. Not bad. Much more fresh than the other ones. No, we'll keep picking our way through here. Yeah, I don't know if we're at the end of the season. Sometimes you get a false end with as crazy as the weather's been in Michigan. You know, hot and cold, hot and cold. This year has been the best spring we've had in a while. It didn't like warm up and then snow. It got cold, but so like it starts them and stops them. I don't know if that's another mushroom or not. So sometimes you get a good push of them, like this rain and this warm weather we had, like into May, the browns and the black morels, which is not normal, but I'll probably come back out one more time. But I think they're either at their end or we're going to get one more fresh push. So that's the only time we'll tell. But the ones I'm finding, they feel like they're kind of at their end. We'll keep looking around a little bit. All right, hey, one last tip here as I'm working my way out of the woods. Things you want to look for, obviously the types of trees, but morels like to grow by dead and decaying trees mostly. So you see this tree in front of me here, it's a little far gone, it's shed its bark, but there's another tree over here that's dying. Then you'll see through here there's a tree right there, if you can see it, it's dying. That's what you want to look for. The fresher the dying tree, the better, because the morels feed off that. So when you find dead and dying trees in a stand of timber, that's kind of what I look for when I'm walking through the woods. I scan ahead and look for trees that aren't budding or look like they're starting to shed their bark a little bit, and I'll especially search around those trees, because that's typically where I find most of the mushrooms. And when you do find packs of them like that, or groups of them, there's usually something dying right there, a tree of some sort that they're feeding off. So a little tip for you as far as finding morels in the woods. Whew. All right, made it back to the truck. It's always hard for me not to just look at one more spot. Just one more spot. I'll never get out of the woods. But I do have to get going. We didn't find a ton today. Earlier this week, I found some nice batch of them. Walked up on a crop of like 20 plus. Oh my God. Like seriously, they're all over the place in here. Big ones. Everywhere I look, there's another one. Check it out. Look at, there's one there. There's another one right there. There's two more right over there. They're all over the place. We got 5, not too bad. It's hot out. It was a nice day to get out for a hike. So I'm gonna take these, go home, combine them with what I already have, and then we're gonna cook up some morels for a little tasty treat and show you what I like to do with them, and enjoy a nice meal. We'll catch up with you in the kitchen. Well, welcome back. We're in the kitchen. Got a nice little batch of morels here. If when you do get them, if you're not going to eat them right away, I put them in a little Ziploc bag. They stay for a few days, and they're nice, stay nice. So I'm going to show you how I cut them up here. And this is one of that one day I said I found a whole bunch of really big ones. This is really nice fresh ones. So, you know, like I mentioned, a true morel, when you cut it open, I like to slice them lengthwise like this. And if you notice, they're completely hollow from tip to bottom, and the pitted, see how pitted this is, as opposed to that other one I showed you in the woods that was kind of smooth and wavy. Big difference. And then the other one was attached up here and was free hanging. So a true morel will be always attached at the base and hollow all the way through, no cottony fibers, and they're always pitted like that. So I just slide them in half, and I've got the other ones I finished up here. We'll just go ahead and take care of these last couple. Just cut them in half like that. That's the way I like to do them. And for please, 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 don't soak them in water. I know a lot of people do that, and a lot of mushroomers do that, but that one's kind of field prep your mushrooms properly. Clean them as you go, and don't put a mushroom in the bag that's full of dirt and leaves, because once the dirt gets in the pores, it's really hard to get out. So keep them clean. Now I like to take them and rinse them real quickly. And we'll get some paper towel here. Like I said, don't soak them. When you soak them, they're just going to absorb all that water. And then when you cook them, it expels all that water out of them, and you don't get as good of a sear to them, I don't think. So anyways, just some cold water. Give them a little bit of, move them around a little bit. That's all I do. Just take the mushrooms and put them out on some paper towel lightly. Try to get out. You really want to get as much of that moisture out of the mushrooms as possible. Now for the frying portion, we want them to be damp. That's plenty good. Now we'll go ahead and get our flour mixture ready. I got the oil, as you can see over here. We got just a pan with a couple inches of oil in there. Usually works pretty good. We'll get that ready and we'll fry some up. I like to use a Ziploc bag. I got about 3/4 of a cup of flour in there, roughly half cup, maybe, I don't know, I didn't rig exactly. And we'll take, like I said, half and half. And I got probably just enough cornstarch left there. I like to use flour and cornstarch because it makes for a crispier, lighter flour and batter. I guess it's not really batter. There's no moisture in it, but a dry mix, it makes it fry up lighter and crispier. So I don't add any seasoning to mine. I like to season the mushrooms with a little salt when they come out. I don't add any garlic or anything like that because that tends to burn in the oil. So I just do the flour and the cornstarch. All right, just give your bag a little bit of a shake, stick a spoon in there, whatever you want. Mix the dry ingredients up. And then really it's just a matter of taking your mushrooms, depending on how many you have, you can usually do a couple dozen at a time. Put them in there. Make sure you seal it, because otherwise you're going to have a huge mess. I like to do it this way because it gives them all a nice coat. Make sure they're good and coated. And then you'll want to get your plate out here. Take them out of the bag. I usually just kind of sift them with my hand a little bit without trying to make too much. See, look how nicely coated those are. Just water. I don't do egg or just the moisture itself from the morel. See how beautiful those are? I'm telling you, man, this is the best way to cook them. Don't dip them in egg or milk or any of that jazz, because it makes you want the integrity of the morel. Look how nice that is. Those are beautiful. When you start adding things like that, egg can make it gummy, milk can burn. I just water and flour. That's it. Same thing when I'm making a batter mix. Check that out. Aren't those nice? You got some flour, you can save it. I'm making a huge mess here. And I'm on a paper towel. And I did save a few for the sauteing. We got the oil hot here. Hey, if you don't own one of these fry strainers, you need to buy one. I mean, I lived without one for years. I just threw a little tester in there. Let me see it. All right, I'm going to pan down here so you can see what I'm doing with the fryer. There you go. What was that? Sorry. My rudimentary stuff here. Okay, so mushrooms. I just use you can use any kind of dish you want. Just put a 1.5 inches, 2 inches of oil on the bottom there, and letting them sit like this, it gets a lot of the loose flour off. Then we'll just carefully put them in there. Try not to splash yourself. Don't overcrowd them. You don't want them like sticking together. I got pretty good sized pan, so I think I can get them all in there at once. There we go. Oh, Man, I mean, I didn't even put salt on them yet. Let's let those go. I really smell the, oh, man, the smell of morels. I know you probably saw in the video me sniffing it. I love the smell of morels. Like, I can actually walk into an area sometimes and I can smell them. Like, they have this fresh, earthy aroma. Maybe I'm weird, but anyone that's really into mushrooms like me, I love that smell. Every time I get a fresh one, I gotta give it a little sniff. Mushrooms are just about done frying. I believe they look pretty good. And if you'll notice, we'll go ahead and get them out of there. This is the one thing I love about the fry strainer here. Look at those. If you'll notice, what I was mentioning before is you see almost you can still see the mushroom through the coating, which is what you want. You don't want to overburden the morel. I mean, they're such a delicate, tasty mushroom. You don't want to overburden the morel with, and then we got, of course, now's when I hit them with the seasonings. You know, I like adobo. Let's pan this down a little more so you can see what I'm doing. Go hit them with a little adobo. Not too much. Adobo's got like salt, pepper, garlic, and here we go. There we go. Here we go. Ready for it? I'm telling you, man. I look forward to that every spring. Man, those are so good. I'm telling you. Oh my God, delicious. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get the next preparation ready here. I'm gonna saute some up in a pan with butter, a little bit of seasoning. Sorry, can't stop eating those. They're so good. All right. Oh God. Okay. Just some plain salted butter. Unsalted if you don't like the salt in it. Whatever you prefer. About a tablespoon. Depending on how many mushrooms you got. We got a nice hot pan going there. I'm going to pan down so you can see. There we go. That's better. All right. So we have the morels that I set aside. We'll let this pan get good and hot there. This is my good saute pan, so I don't want to use any. One of them copper, I don't know what to call it. Some sort of coating on it, but it's super non-stick, man. I love it. Got it at Walmart. It wasn't very expensive. Okay. Once the butter starts to brown a little bit and the moisture cooks out of it, we want to go ahead and add our morels. You want to have a really nice hot pan. We'll just move them around. This doesn't really take too long. It really makes a nice little sauce. That's another reason I like to use the butter. I do have the heat. I thought I had it on high, but there we go. Now it's on high. And if you like mushrooms at all, you really need to try some morels. They are unlike any other mushroom you've ever had. can see the butter's browned up nice. The morels are softened. I'm going to hit them with a little bit of seasoning, not too much, I don't want to overpower it. So you can see how nice those look. I'm going to grab a little plate. Like I said, they kind of create their own little sauce. If you're a fan of mushrooms at all, let me tell you what. Sorry, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, they're hot, but you know what? Put that with some venison. You just don't get any better than that. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out my channel. I got some other videos on there, some hunting videos and a couple other cooking. I got a canning video, things like that, pike fillet video. I appreciate any likes and subscribes. It helps me out. And look out for some upcoming videos. I am going to be doing, I have a couple deer arts still left over from last season, so I'm going to be doing how to clean and prep and cook a venison heart, so look out for that. Otherwise, we'll probably have some fishing videos coming up here in the spring. Some bluegill, maybe some walleye, and frying some fish up too. So, like I said, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you already haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.
What?